Have you ever wondered why it's hard sometimes just to do the right thing? Let's dig in and figure it out. Welcome to He Is I Am. My name is Brandon, and I am here to spread the word of Jesus Christ and help others find Him by any means necessary. I would love it if you would like this video. Click on that subscribe button, click on that notification bell so we can get more content just like this. So, we have an issue, y'all. We have an issue with doing the right thing. We would much rather do what helps us and benefits us than do the right thing. In 1 Samuel 24, David had a perfect opportunity to kill King Saul. He had him cornered in a cave. King Saul had been trying to kill him. The Spirit of God had left King Saul, and he was trying to kill David because he was jealous of him. He had him cornered. He comes up to him with his knife, cuts a little piece of his coat off, chooses not to kill him. Why didn't he kill him? Well, he said he did not want to kill the anointed one of God, that it wasn't the right thing to do. I mean, he could have taken him out. He could have become king. He could have not had to worry about somebody coming after him to kill him anymore. I mean, killing the king would have taken care of so many problems for him, but he chose not to do it because it was wrong. Sometimes, every now and then, we get an opportunity to do the wrong thing, but it'll benefit us. You know, we've all had that opportunity where we could do something wrong, but at the same time, it's going to take something away from us that's causing anxiety or fear. We could lie about something. You know, at our job, say, oh, no, I didn't do that. Keep our job. Cheating on your spouse. No, I didn't do that. Our human nature is going to make us want to say, I didn't do that. Or lie. Or do something wrong to protect ourselves. And it's hard. It's hard to do the right thing. I mean, do we take the easy way out and follow our flesh and do what's wrong? Or do we do what's right? Follow God and let Him handle it. You know, when we follow God, He is going to follow us and be with us and go before us and take care of us. That's what He promised us. And God doesn't lie. Said multiple times in the Bible, God does not lie. So we don't have to worry about Him lying. He's going to take care of us. Anytime we go our own way instead of the ways of God, there's repercussions, there's consequences, and it makes it harder. I mean, it makes it harder. So some examples, you got Pontius Pilate. Pontius Pilate was the governor at that time when Jesus was being crucified. And Pontius Pilate had to make a decision. He saw absolutely no reason for Jesus to be crucified. He didn't see anything wrong with it. He didn't think He deserved to die. And obviously He didn't. But the problem was Pontius Pilate already had gotten in a little bit of trouble with Caesar. And if there was a riot, he would probably lose his job. So whenever it came down to it, and the people said, crucify Him, he washed his hands of it. Literally washed his hands and said, this man's blood's not on my hands. He gave it to the people. It was still in his hands because he made the choice. He could have said, no, Jesus does not die. But he chose to allow the people to make that decision because if he did the right thing, and the people were angry and caused a riot, he probably would have lost his job. So he went the easy way out. Took the easy way out to save his job. Then, going all the way back to Moses' time, You had the Hebrew Midwives. The Pharaoh of Egypt, when Moses was a little bitty baby, commanded the Hebrew midwives to kill the boys when they were born. Just kill them. Girls were okay, sons dead. And it would have been a whole lot easier for those Hebrew midwives just to listen to the Pharaoh. Kill him. You know, they wouldn't have to worry about being punished, being killed, being imprisoned. I mean, Pharaoh was losing his mind over these boys, over the Israelites. They were outnumbering the Egyptians. And he was so worried that if they had gone into battle, that the Israelites would take the side of the people who were fighting them. So he did everything he could to keep them down. And his next step was to kill all the babies. But the Hebrew midwives refused because they feared God. They knew the right thing, and they did the right thing. So that was another situation. You're talking about doing the wrong thing could have really benefited them, but they did the right thing because they feared God and they knew what was right. If you want a good example of somebody who knew what was right, but still did the wrong thing, look no further than Peter. Now, Peter was confronted for following Jesus after Jesus was arrested. Hey, you know Jesus. You're a follower of him. You're from Galilee. No. Now, I don't know who you're talking. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know that guy. Peter had the perfect opportunity to stand up for Jesus and do what he said he would do. Oh, I'll take death for you. I'll die for you. No way I'll let them take you. What'd he do? He backed down, just like Jesus told him he would. Jesus said that you will deny me 3 times before the rooster crows. Sure enough, 3 times. He denied Jesus 3 times. I don't know the guy. I don't know him. No, you're from Galilee. You thought no. I don't know nothing about him. Just backed off. Now, granted, later, thanks to the grace of God, he would be forgiven when he turned back to Jesus, and he would become, one of the biggest parts of the church when the church started. So that shows you the loving kindness, the grace, and the forgiveness of Christ, that even Peter, who turned away from Christ and denied him, would be forgiven and become a huge pillar of the church. Now, a lot of people ask, what's the difference between Judas and Peter? Judas denied Jesus. Judas denied Christ. Judas, of course, Judas obviously gave Jesus up. But in the end, the reason Judas gave Jesus up was because he denied him. Judas didn't call him Lord. Judas called him Rabbi. I don't think Judas ever really took Jesus as Lord. But the difference between Judas and Peter was Peter repented. Peter turned away from his sin. Peter changed his mind about his sin. And he came back to Jesus and asked for forgiveness. Just like that, becomes a pillar of the church. Judas refused that. So David had the perfect opportunity to take Saul out, take his life, end all of his running, and become king. I mean, you're no longer worried about your life. You're now the king of Israel. And people were telling him, just kill him, just end it. But he wouldn't do it because it was the wrong thing to do. Now, obviously, he would have to run more because he wouldn't do it. Saul would eventually be killed in battle, and then David would become king. Now, later, David would struggle with the same kind of situation because he would have another opportunity to do the right thing in a tough situation. Whenever he was sitting in his castle on the roof and he saw a beautiful woman bathing by the name of Bathsheba, He asks about her, and they say, wow, this is the wife of one of your military men, Uriah. Should have ended there. Should have ended there. She's married. It's over. What does David do? Lets that lust sink in. Lets that lust get in there, and he says, bring her over. He sleeps with her. She gets pregnant. This would be the opportunity to repent, right? Oh man, I messed up. I totally messed up. I'm going to go. I'm going to repent to God. What does he do? First, he tries to get Uriah. He brings Uriah home and tries to get him to sleep with his wife, just to cover up his sin. Uriah refuses because he's in battle. He's like, I will not sleep with my wife while I'm in battle. So what does David do? David puts him on the front lines in a very difficult battle, basically ensuring that he would die. Basically committing second-degree murder on this guy. Just so he wouldn't find out that he had slept with his wife and impregnated her. This is what happens when you sin. You have to sin again and again and again just to cover it. And then it just builds. He would face punishment. He would lose that child. And then he would lose another child, Absalom, because David did not know how to take care of his family. And that was part of the curse as well, is that his kids would go crazy. And Absalom would get angry at his father and try to kill him and take the throne because David allowed a family issue that should have been addressed, a bad family issue that should have been addressed, to not be addressed. David's son raped, I guess it was basically his own sister, his sister, like a stepsister. And David said nothing. Made Absalom very angry because that was his sister. And so Absalom got angry at David for not saying anything. They went to battle. Absalom ended up getting killed. Lost a son. One thing that David said in this situation with Saul really stands out to me. Wickedness proceeds from the wicked. Now, in this case, he was saying that he is not a wicked person, so he would not be wicked. But I see something more in this when you look a little deeper. In Ephesians 6:12, it says, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of the dark world and the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." Saul had a dark spirit inside of him. The Bible says it in 1 Samuel 16:14, "Now the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and a harmful spirit from the Lord tormented him." So he had an evil spirit inside of him. He had a dark spirit inside of him. When Saul was attacked by that dark spirit, it caused him to act the way he acted towards David. And that was where that evil proceeded from. It wasn't just about David saying, "I'm not wicked." Saul was only wicked because of what was inside of him. I want you to remember that the next time someone attacks you, physically, mentally, spiritually. The next time someone goes after you, I want you to remember that. It's not them attacking you. It's the evil they have inside of them. And I want you to do something that's going to be really hard. But this is what we're called to do. I want you to pray for them. I want you to hurt for them. I want you to love on them when someone attacks you. Pray to God they can find the right path and find Him. That's the right thing to do. I know it's hard, like we've been talking about. It's hard to do the right thing sometimes, especially when it's harder. It'd be so much easier just to yell at them, get angry at them, wish bad for them. That's the easiest thing, just like everyone else would do. But that's not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is to love them and to pray for them. So I'm here to tell you, do the right thing, even when it's not the easiest thing to do. In every case, in every situation, do the right thing. Trust God is going to be with you. He won't leave you because you're doing the right thing. You're doing what He wants you to do. He's going to guide you to the right place, and He'll guide you in the right thing to say and what to do. Do what's right in the eyes of God. It's the best path you can choose. It's the only path. Don't take the easy way out and do the wrong thing. Do the right thing even when it's tougher. It's what we're called to do. Till next time, God bless.